Hey, this is Sasha. Welcome to another episode here on the Inside Days of Backstage Income. And I just want to share with you how to go about adding some Zapier automations to back up your mailing list. What I'm going to do is I want to back up my mailing list because, right, if something goes wrong, if you need to move mailing list companies, something happens, it's a good way to back things up. So I'm going to create kind of a simple automation. When we go into Zapier, you could go ahead and it basically just automates things. So I already have a couple zaps set up here that do back up some things from Aweber, but we also have Mailerlite that we use. So take a look at the resources page on our website, backstageincome.com, and that way you get some insight of all the things and tools that we use. Now, when I look at this, you can see here's kind of Aweber to Mailerlite, just to back up the Aweber list. But I also have some other things that go ahead and back up, let me see here, Aweber to a Google Sheet. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and do Mailerlite to a Google Sheet. Now you could kind of duplicate this and copy and then kind of rearrange some things. I'm just going to go ahead and create a Zap from scratch. And this way what we can do is take any subscribers that we have in Mailerlite here, Backstage Income, and move them to kind of our backup list here with a new sheet. Now I have a couple other ones here down below which you can't see, but they're kind of down there at the bottom that I can flip-flop from one sheet to the next. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and create a Zap, start a trigger. We're going to start it with the Google Sheets. So we'll start there. Actually, no, we're gonna go ahead and here, this will be from Mailerlite to Google Sheets backup BSI. Okay, so that'll be kind of our thing. The trigger will actually not be this. We'll go ahead and do something else. We'll go ahead and do Mailerlite because we want to start there. Anytime new subscriber. So if we have a new subscriber right here, Mailerlite, and you can see I have 2 accounts, so we'll do the second one, and more accounts coming. There we go. Here's a subscriber. We're going to go ahead and do this. Continue. Lacks an action step. Add one now. So we'll go ahead and add an action step. So we'll find Google Sheets. And create a row is what we want. So we'll create a row and then use that email right there. The spreadsheet will do the Aweber backup. I could always rename it later. And then we'll do the list as the BSI. This is the little corner segment, meaning the sheet. There's no headers in the spreadsheet. Did you add headers to the sheet? If so, just refresh to pull new data. So we could go ahead and add those. I don't know if we really need them because you'll kind of be able to understand what it is. And I want to see what kind of fields they can pull, right? Because you're not really sure. So there's no, let me just see. I'll just go ahead and do it like this. Field 1. Field 2, field 3. So you could just kind of go like this. Field 4, field 5, field 6, field 7, field 8. It just depends on how much data you're trying to collect, right? Field 11, because you can rename these later because it won't pull the top row. Field 15. So that should be good enough. And we'll hop on back here, refresh fields. There we go. So here we go. Field 1, let's just see, hey, we want the name. And I went ahead and added myself so nobody's email gets shown. Here is the email. So we'll pull that data. We could also add last name. See, depending on how tricky your email newsletter set up, you could continue to say, hey, okay, here's the email. Here's the let's see, we'll start from the beginning. Name, or then we could do last name, So then what I can do slowly is start renaming these, because it's already going to know. Name, last name, email. So we'll go ahead and do that. Name. This is the last name. Then we'll do email. Then we'll go field 4 will be phone, city. So we'll do phone and city. Phone, city. And then what do we have left? Date. Date, state, zip. You know, I don't collect a lot of those kinds of things from my subscribers, but we'll do date. You could do state, zip, date. That might be better. State, zip, state, zip, date. State, zip, date. So here, we'll change this. State, because this one I think is city. State, date, zip, and then field 8 will be date. Okay, field 9, let's just refresh here and just see, only because I don't have a lot of data there on myself. So we have email. Let's see if we need to refresh here. There we go. Okay, so now it has those records. So this will be the zip, definitely the zip. This will be the state. This will be the city, just to make sure. This will be the phone and the date. Then what else? Other things we can go ahead. Here, this is where I tag people, like if they have interests. So these are great to have as well. So I'd like to go ahead and add those in. So we're going to need more fields, really. And I'm just going to drag this off screen on another monitor real quick. And we'll just kind of start looking at these things here. So we'll do, if there's anything else, let me see, besides those interests. Yeah, besides those interests, I don't think there's anything else I need. So we're just going to go ahead and start adding those in. So we'll go ahead and do put these in interest YouTube. So basically the way I do it is if they have an interest in YouTube or they click something related to YouTube, it'll go ahead and mark them as yes. So that way I know that, hey, these people are interested in YouTube. Interest ebooks, interest blogging, interest money, interest in traffic, like website traffic, building leads, that kind of thing. Interest in Pinterest, interest in podcasting, business stage, interest in passive income. Let's see if we have anything else. Onboarding. One. Coaching. Coaching. Inner circle. Reader. Course buyer. Survey. So these are the ones I have. So I'll go ahead and save. The only problem, remember, is when this gets added, because this is for a new subscriber, a lot of times they're not going to have these kinds of things. So you almost have to create kind of a new update, kind of custom fields thing. Interest ebooks. Interest blogging. So So now I'm just populating these real quick. Traffic, Pinterest, podcasting, and this one will be business stage, passive income, coaching, inner circle, reader, course buyer, and last one is survey. So I'll go ahead and take a look. See, they say currently experiencing issues, so the test may or may not work. So we'll go ahead and just do a quick little send the test and see if it works. And this should pop up here in a second, and you can see, yep, there it is. So you can see that's what it does. Now, if I had more fields, then we could go ahead and do that, but I don't. So this is just kind of, we'll finish this out, turn the Zap on, and this is just now going to back up things. Now I could go ahead and make another Zap to update these things. So let's say Mailerlite update person kind of thing. So again, you can see if Zapier has it. Sometimes some of these integrations don't always work the best. So you can see this one just targets new subscriber or subscriber added to a group. So if there's a group that they're added to, because you'll have different types of groups within your segment. So if there's a group that they're added to, what you could do is, let's just say, hey, a group that we're going to add them to is, let's say they get added to the active list. Well, then if we add them to the active list, then we can, I don't handle my newsletter that way. You can update a row. So we could go ahead and update some of those fields. So in my case, I don't really do that. So a lot of these will probably be empty. So it's just wise to just kind of back up your newsletter list. But at least just to have the emails as a backup, this is kind of nice, just in case, as a backup. So that's just one way I would do it. And this is kind of simple and automated. So I'm actually going to go ahead and cancel this one. I don't really need that one. So this will be here. We'll trash that. But as new things kind of get evolved, let's say they add another feature where a subscriber is updated on a field, then maybe I'll go ahead and add those kinds of integrations. So anyways, that's just kind of a quick little way to use Zapier automations to back up your email newsletter list to Google Sheets, and just one of the ways that I do it. So thank you so much for joining me. Be sure to subscribe to my email list right here, and that way you can also get some goodies, free resources, top tips, and I'll see you in the next video.